back to my channel if you are already subscribed. Today we are going to be doing a very special Harry Potter themed pick a card. We're going to be seeing what people's first impressions are of you and what about your overall energy and personality kind of pulls them in towards you. What sets you apart from other people that they meet and what kind of draws them towards you. So we do have 4 piles to choose from of the different Hogwarts houses. We have Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and finally we have Slytherin. So feel free to pick whichever pile you're kind of feeling drawn to. It doesn't have to be the pile that you're, like the house you're sorted into normally. I mean, that would obviously make it more fun, but don't let it deter from your overall intuition and which pile you're feeling drawn to. A few reminders before we jump into the readings. I do have personal readings and some spiritual intention oils on my website, livingyourbestlight.com. It'll be linked in the description down below and with all my other social stuff too. So feel free to follow me there. I would love to have you. So with that being said, let's jump into your pick a card. And pile 1, how are you doing? Welcome to your reading. So what I did was pre-shuffled the oracle for us. So we're going to go through those cards one by one and talk about them. What do they mean? So first we have the Judge coming out as your archetype. And this is interesting to me because I think people see you as a very like fair and balanced person. I'm hearing Libra too. So some of you might have some significant Libra placements in your chart, or you just have the energy of a Libra that's very fair and just, and you're about doing the right thing, even when the right thing seems like not so easy to do in situations, and people really admire that about you. And I get the sense that some of you have walked away from like friendships or relationships or even cut off contact with family members when they were doing stuff that you just couldn't stand by and agree with, like things that other people might turn their head to because it's somebody that they love, that they're friends with, and they don't want to jeopardize the relationship. If they've done you truly wrong, or not even you truly wrong, but if they've done true wrong, you'll walk away no problem from this situation because you don't want to surround your energy like that. You surround your energy like with people like that or circumstances like that, which people really admire about you, and I really admire about you too, pile 1, because it's not always easy to be in that energy. But I think that you have a lot of people in your life too who kind of like look to you for a handout, whether that be an energetic handout or like a more physical monetary handout. I think that people do look to you with that, look to you for that, and you have to put up certain boundaries to keep yourself from like getting taken advantage of. And I think this is something that you've had to learn over time as you've gotten older. But people really admire your ability to set boundaries with fairness and do the righteous thing in situations. The second oracle card we had come out is the Passion card in the Goddess deck. I mean, it's so funny too because the lion here in the background, and that's like representative of Gryffindor. So I got Libra with the first card. Now I'm getting like Leo energy, or just again the presence of a Leo, like somebody who is a leader. They're passionate about the things they do. I think that you probably wear, or maybe some of you have like fun colored hair like purple or pink, or you wear a lot of like fun vibrant colors. Your style is kind of I was gonna say out there, but I don't know if I necessarily describe it as out there as much as I describe it as like eccentric. People, you turn people's heads, like people stop to notice you, to look at you, like they do a double take. That's something that I'm hearing for sure. And I think this is something that people who maybe are in a different energy than you are might be jealous of, but other people who are like in that same kind of like confident energy that you're coming from, they really admire this about you. They really admire your ability to show up and be yourself regardless of who's in the room. You are true to yourself, and I think that it's taken you a lot of years to like bloom into that energy, but people definitely notice it about you. I feel like you have a purple aura, or just like the color purple is really standing out to me with your reading, pile 1, and that's like royalty. That's like creativity. I know purple for sure is associated with royalty, and that's no mistake. I'm sure with the tarot, this would be like the equivalency is like the Empress card. So people admire not only your passion and leadership for the things that you do, but also your passion and leadership for walking to the beat of your own drum and showing up confidently and like badassly. And I think also that you're very physically attractive, pile 1. That's something that's very clear to me. You have a nice body. You have a pretty face, a handsome face, whether you're a girl or a guy. You're showing up in this energy of you know who you are, basically, is what I'm getting. And people really like that about you. They definitely take notice to your attractiveness. So for the next oracles, I have two of them. This is the Astro Oracle deck. I have Chiron Heel, which I thought was particular at first when I was shuffling, and like the snake came out too, because I was like, this is Gryffindor. Not that it truly matters, but this was such a clear interpretation to me with Chiron Heel. And then we have the South Node Past, literally healing of the past. People really admire that you've been able to take circumstances in your life and turn them into power for yourself. You've been able to turn them for the better, for sure. And obviously everybody goes through things, everybody has to get through things, but I feel like you've been healing from the past at a rate that is very quick. That's quicker than the people around you, then it's quicker than if you were to look at the average of how long it takes people to heal from things. And it's not like healing is a competition, but it's more so people admire your ability to get in and get the shadow work done. There's a brief period for you of being in that fearful energy of, I don't want to change, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, like just the natural like human resistance when we get comfortable in our environment. Once you shed that though, like a snake, you're able to heal from the past at a crazy rate and just get back into this passionate, loving, beautiful energy. So this message was really nice, and people do notice it about you. I hope that you notice it about yourself, because it's truly remarkable the way that you're able to just, I don't know how I want to phrase it, to just beat the odds, Then we have in my Marvel Oracle, Thor, which honestly is no surprise for you. Be sure of foot and steady of heart. I mean, it's totally obvious, right? Like Thor, if you've ever seen like the Avengers movies or any Marvel movies, Thor is like this badass character, also a god in Norse mythology, who weathers the storm, like not weathers the storm, but like controls lightning, okay? But I see it as more so you are somebody who weathers the storm with ease. And he's one of the most powerful Avengers. I know people like argue that or whatever, but he's one of the most powerful Avengers. And I see you as being a very powerful person, being represented by this. You're very strong, and people really admire your ability to continue to be optimistic and lighthearted despite challenges that you've had to go through. Finally, last one of the Oracle, we have Apple of My Eye. Not all that's alluring may be what it seems. See beyond the illusion. Also, because of your past experiences, you are able to see through the mask that people put on, and everybody has like, they're like putting on their like good face to talk to strangers and stuff like that, right? So I'm not talking about that, but you're able to, I have a metaphor like brewing in my head, give me a second. Like how Snow White bit the apple, right? Yeah, so Snow White bit the apple and she learned the hard way, but you see how this apple's like already taken a bite of. You've learned from past experiences that not all that glitters is gold. Like not everything is what it seems to be. And because of that, you're kind of like, I'm hearing like natural bullshit detector. You're able to see through people's like fake nicery, or like if they have some like serious like wicked intentions going on. This is not something that's hard for you to tell. I think that you're somebody who like when you meet them and you tell your friend, you're like, I did not like them. I think that it's pretty clear to you upon the first couple times of hanging out with somebody, because the first one you can always chalk up to a fluke, right? Because people have bad days. But after the first couple times of being around somebody, you're like, nah, like they have bad intentions. I can just tell it. Because of your previous experiences, your brain and your soul has learned to recognize not all is what it seems. Interesting, pile one. Interesting. So we're gonna finish out your reading with some messages from the tarot. See what Spirit wants to come through with. I don't have a particular question in mind, but we'll see what it's highlighted. Ooh, I split the deck and we have more Lions. I'm gonna take this one, and we have the Chariot. So what's coming in for you, pile one? New friendships, new connections is something I heard. Let's get confirmation on that. Yes, oh my God, yes, the Three of Cups here, yes. So definitely like friendship gatherings. I see you like in a group of like not just because it's 3 on the cards, but like a group of women. It doesn't have to be 3 women, obviously. You're in a group of women, or if you're not a woman, you're in a group of people of the same like gender identity as you. This is a very same-sex gathering. It's very much so, I'm just hearing like, I guess it really doesn't matter what gender you are truly, but I'm feeling a lot of like feminine energy coming from the 3 of Cups card. So I see you doing a lot of social gatherings, coming in and making new friendships, making more aligned friendships. What else, Spirit? Is that all? Yes, we have the universe coming through. Beautiful. Which is the world in this deck. And I see really good things coming in for you, pile 1. I think you might have been, because I said at the beginning of the reading too, right? Going through like challenging times with like friendships, relationships with the family members. But I'm seeing with this Chariot coming in here, there is a lot of love and healing and beauty coming in for you. And given like everything we talked about in your reading, I don't think you'll have any problem getting through the healing and moving on with your life, because it seems like something that you have damn near mastered at this point. So thank you so much, pile 1. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. I really love to be tapped into your energy. It was very fiery and energetic and very, very Gryffindor. So if you like this video, please do leave a like on it. Leave me a comment to let me know what resonated. And if you like my vibe, I would love it if you stayed and subscribed to the channel. Either way, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week, and I will see you later. Hi pile 2, how are you doing? And welcome to your reading. So I pre-shuffled the Oracle, and we're going to go by them one by one and talk about people's first impressions of you and what their overall view is of you. So first we have the Flame coming out for your archetype, and it's interesting because you chose pile 2, Ravenclaw. I immediately saw this as like an idea going off, like a light bulb moment. So people see you as somebody who is like an idea guy, someone who is always producing more fire to themselves. And with pile 1, it was like a message of passion. And I certainly think that you're passionate, pile 2, but I think you're more meticulous in the things that you do. So I'm seeing this as more of people seeing you as somebody who is full of ideas and full of curiosity, and full of intelligence, certainly too. But that's interesting for your first card. Then you had 2 goddess cards come out, which is really interesting. So first we had this Unity card, and there's love here written in the sky. And I see you as somebody who definitely brings people together, and that might be where that fire message is coming from too. Like I can see energetically you make people feel like they're sitting around a bonfire with old friends. I think people feel very comforted in your presence. You're somebody that is very warm and comes across very genuinely curious about people. So I think that some of you, or all of you, might be people who ask a lot of questions, but you're not coming across in a way of being nosy or judgmental. You're asking all these questions because you're genuinely curious about people, the people around you. You want to know why they are the way they are, like what certain life experiences they've had, and people can definitely pick up on this genuineness from you. It doesn't come across as fake or judgmental. And then we have Transformation coming out here, and literally my deck fell over to get this card out. And I think just by being around other people, they feel transformed by your presence. Like you're able, I get the sense with this pile, I hear like alchemy, alchemy, alchemy. So with transformation, I also think like transfiguration, right? Like the ability to turn one thing into another thing. And people definitely notice this about you. Some of you might be artists or scientists, or any field where you're taking one thing and making it something brand new, which I guess could really apply to anything if you're thinking too much about it. But with that being said, people definitely pick up on this from you. You turn something that is just ordinary and basic into something that is your own, and it's something that always shocks people that you were able to create or turn something into this new beautiful version of itself. If you work at like an office job, if you take a document like an Excel sheet, before it's just boring, basic, it's barely functional, by the time you're done with it and it gets sent off to the other people in your office, it's completely transformed. It's organized, it's color coded, it's beautiful, and people are like, wow, Piles here did such a good job with that. I think that everything you touch is turns to gold. So then we have for your astro cards, first we have Taurus, cultivate, which so again goes along with the messages of turning nothing into something with like farming, like literally farming. I'm also seeing like the imagery of like grapes, so like abundance, like a royalty energy. And it's a different royalty energy than I was picking up on in pile 1, because this royal energy is the energy of somebody who is for the people. You're somebody who, if you were like a performer, you'd be like just hanging out with fans, you know? You'd be seeing yourself in a light that is not greater than. People just see you as very much so for the people. And for not only, you don't only look out for your own needs, you look out for the needs of like the group. And that's very admired. You don't only look out for your needs, but the needs of the group as a whole. Then we have the 10th house authority card coming out here. So like, again, like that leadership energy, I just see people see you as somebody who is very much so not afraid to climb the mountains. You're not afraid to put the work in. I think this is one of those things that some people admire about you. I mean, all of these people admire it about you, but some of them, they're looking at it in like a positive light, and other people are jealous of this discipline. Like they think you're like neurotic or whatever, because they wish that they think it comes so easily to you, like that you didn't build it up over time being this disciplined. But I think it's something that both lovers and recognize about you. So that being said, let's get your marble oracle. We have Black Panther, wear the crown with honor. So again, like that for the people, like leadership. I think that if you were like a stereotype, or not a stereotype, like an archetype, I can't talk to save my life. I'm so ready for this Mercury retrograde to be over. But I see you as like an archetype in a book, as like the reluctant leader. So this is your nudge from spirit and from other people to wear the crown with honor. You have been chosen for whatever position. If you're in any sort of like managerial position, or like you're the head of your household, you are in this position because spirit knows that it will play to your strengths and your skills. And even if you might feel mentally inadequate sometimes, this is your reminder that you were chosen for this, and it plays to your strengths. Finally, with our last oracle, we have wool. You are woven with an embrace, protected, loved, and the familiarity of finally being home. It's number 44, and this is a new deck, so I'm actually going to read out of the book to you what it means. Oh, I think that's interesting too. It's the last card in the deck, which I see as being like finished, right? Like a finished project. So keywords with this card are security, safety, cozy corner, sacred space, comfort, feeling at home. I told you, people really get this like comforting, like curled up in a blanket by the fireplace vibe from your energy. So your higher self chose this card because you need to be reminded that self-care comes in many forms. Sometimes getting dressed in the morning is what you need to feel motivated, renewed, and powerful, while other times it's standing your ground and saying no. When wool comes into your reading, it's to guide you to find self-care in the small moments of life. That can mean snuggling up in your favorite blanket or finding a quiet corner to dig into a beloved book for the 15th time. It could mean buying a little cabin in the woods somewhere off the beaten path, or heading home for a few days so your parents can hold you and tell you it'll be all right. There are some places that just feel like home, and some things, such as a security blanket, that make you feel safe. Receiving this card is your sign that what you need now more than anything is the feeling of something familiar. So I feel with this interpretation being that this is like people's first impression of you, or like how they view you. People view you as their security blanket sometimes. People view you as their home, like a sense of safety. You come across like maternal or paternal to other people. And that's really, really beautiful, pile two. So let's finish this reading off with your tarot. We're not going to ask a specific question really, but just get messages from spirit, whatever needs to come through. Okay, we have Princess of Torches, have the Devil, and let's get one more. and we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it's likely that some of you who chose this pile have been going through some tough times recently, something that has come into your life and you feel like the rug has been pulled out underneath you. Maybe this was like a long lesson coming. Maybe this was the ending of a relationship with somebody, a relationship with a job, a place, whatever it is, you're clearing out some karma here. Something that was no longer meant to be around is gone. And I feel that you have been a bit down on your luck lately because of this. So use that last oracle card that we pulled as a reminder that even though other people view you as a sense of security and as their home, you also are able to seek out a sense of security and a sense of home. Because I think a little bit of that would be really beneficial for you right now, pile 2. So I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please leave a like on this video and a comment letting me know what resonated. If you want to share, if you like my vibe, please do stay and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here. With that being said, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week, and I will see you later. Bye. Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. First, we're going to go through the oracle, which I have pre-shuffled for us. We'll go through them one by one, and then we'll get some just general messages from the tarot. So first card we have coming out in the oracle is the comic. So I think people definitely see you as like the funny friend, the lighthearted friend. I think that you have a sense of identity wrapped up in this too. Like you're somebody who likes to take a more lighthearted approach to life. And not worry too much when you can, obviously. And definitely in groups of people, you stand out as somebody who is the funny one. You're somebody that people come to when they want a good laugh or to feel better about themselves, because I see that your gift is through the power of laughter, which I know sounds cheesy and like stupid, but it's not. Like, it's a really powerful gift to have in friendship because you're able to make your friends laugh when they don't feel like laughing. Next we have your goddess card, came out right away, is Lilith, empowerment. So you're somebody also, outside of like the messages of empowering people and yourself through comedy, you're somebody who is very empowered about their identity and their sense of self. I think it's taken you a while to kind of curate exactly what your look or your style is, but it definitely stands out to other people. Owls also might be significant to you, but your style is something that people notice. You take risk with your style, and I think that it also, whatever, I'm getting like grungy kind of vibes, maybe even like Y2K. It'll be different, I guess, for different people, but whatever your style is, it looks really good on you, and people notice it about you right away. They think that it suits you and that you look physically attractive. Like in that style, it's a good showcase of your personality and just how you are as a person, and you show that really authentically through your sense of style. We have 11th house community coming out and 7th house relationship. So I think you guys are really good friends, really good partners. I think that you're, I don't want to use just like the stereotypes of like the different houses, but I mean, you picked it for a reason, right? So I was just about to say you're loyal, but I do think you're a very loyal friend and a very loyal partner. You're somebody that will stick by somebody you love's side until the very end, which I think is really beautiful and meaningful, and people really admire that about you. They also oh my God, they also admire your ability to balance multiple friendships. And I was gonna say multiple relationships, not multiple relationships. They admire your ability to balance multiple friendships and have such loyal, strong connections to your different friends, because I see it as you having such a strong and powerful bond, but in different ways with each of the friends in your life. So they're all like equal in your mind, just different. And people really like that about you. You have a lot on your plate and you're able to juggle it well and make the people in your life and all your priorities feel equally attended to. Marvel Oracle, we have Storm coming out, Unleash the Thunder. So even though like you are this like nice person, you are this like funny person and loyal, when people fuck with the people that you love, like you're not afraid again to like go to bat with them, go to bat for them. Like you will defend them until you're blue in the face. I think that you might be somebody who doesn't like stand up for themselves as much as they should maybe, but you're somebody who easily will stand up for the people that they love, because that's just crossing too many lines for you. So that's why like I think the loyalty of you as a friend and a partner is being highlighted, because it's loyalty around like other people as well. So if you were to hear somebody talking shit, or even like not even talking shit, not even necessarily saying something bad, but not saying something good, not painting your beautiful little angel best friend in a good light, like you're about to jump down their throat. And I really love this about you, pile 3, and I get the sense that your friends love it as well, and you don't care what the other people think about it, because your bond is so strong with that friend that you're willing to say anything you can just to tell that person off. Your last oracle message here is the Firesider. Dwell in the medicine that exists to protect the spirits. So this is a new deck, and we're going to read from it because I want to make sure I don't miss any messages here. We have the number 16, if that's significant to you. Oh, there's like a little recipe in here, cute. Maybe some of you like to cook for your friends or like your partner. I get the sense that some of you like to cook just in general as like a method of relaxation and mindfulness. If not, I'm hearing spirit say you should try it. So keywords here are preparation, building immunity, strengthening the spirit. Your higher self chose this card because Firesider wishes to tell you something that may be difficult to understand, which is that manifestation is not magic. What manifestation does is make spaces for your preparation to be useful. The universe expands your possibilities, move things around so you're in the right place at the right time, and offers a helpline when you're facing obstacles. Even so, you wouldn't go to a job interview without being prepared to explain why you're the right person for the job, or go to the store without money to. This card reminds you not to go to spirit asking for miracles to be made on your behalf. If you aren't ready to make a phone call, save a little extra, or at least make a plan. So this is your reminder, pile 3, that you need to take action alongside of your manifestations or your dreams in life, whatever spells or like law of attraction energy you're trying to come in. That's great, and getting aligned with that energy is the perfect first step. But alongside of that, to keep the magic moving, to keep the momentum of the spell or the manifestation moving, you also have to take action so it can kind of meet in the middle, right? So like you're taking action towards it, your manifestation is coming this way, and then it intersects because you're creating the energy moving forward to it, and it can meet you at a greater rate and at a more aligned rate too. So I don't know why I just went on that rant. I felt like some of you need to hear that. Manifestations, while they are miracles and magic, they also need to be met with physical action, because at the end of the day, in this life, we are physical beings. So let's finish off your reading with some messages from spirit. You know, that oracle, like every time in each of these piles has been like a message from spirit, more so than like how your loved ones see you. That last oracle has been just direct call outs. So let's get the tarot. Spirit, what else does pile 3 need to know? Okay. We have the Knight. Okay. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. And we have the Seven of Swords here. So I think recently for you, pile 3, there's been a lot of late nights of contemplation, staring at the ceiling and staring out the window, going on a long drive and just contemplating why your life is the way that it is and what direction you're going. And I think that's exactly why that manifestation method or message came through for you. I mean, me saying manifestation method too, I would maybe look into different methods. I think the ones that you're working or you're using right now aren't really working for you. I think it would be helpful to do them in a different way. Like if you're a meditation girly for manifestation specifically, I would switch to affirmations, or just look and see what's out there. See what you feel is more aligned with this Virgo new moon coming up later this week. If you're watching this when I first post, this would be a perfect time to kind of clean out the closet on your manifestation abilities, because I think you're just feeling a little bit lost right now. And if you notice, all of these figures are looking away. They're all looking, these 3 are looking towards the side, and these 2 are completely looking away. So I think that a lot of you are spending some time away from your friends and away from your loved ones because you need the energy to heal yourself. And also you don't want to show up, you're the funny friend, right? So you don't want to show up in a way where you're not able to be yourself because people will know something is going on with you right away. And I think that you're just spending a lot of time in isolation, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but as you pour more energy back into yourself and you're feeling better, I would definitely encourage you to continue your social interactions with the people around you because they surely care about you a lot. So that is all I have for you, pile 3. I do hope you enjoyed. It was like a real mix for you. I feel like the messages were just coming through. There was a little bit of how people see you, and then spirit just kind of took over. So I do hope you still enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, leave me a comment to let me know if it resonated. And if you like my vibe, please do stay and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here. Either way, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week, and I will see you later. Bye. Hi pile 4, how are you doing? Welcome to your reading. So what we're gonna do, I have the oracle pre-shuffled for us and we're gonna go through them one by one. And first we have coming out as how people see you, their first impressions of you, and as they get to know you, the healer, which ironically enough is a 3-headed snake in this scenario. The number 3 might be significant for you. And the snake obviously symbolizes transformation. To me, I always see the snake too as, because sometimes when it's shown in tarot cards or in like mythology, it's like in a circle. So I see it as like infinity. I see it as being very transformative as well. And you actually had a bonus archetype card. We have the river. So this is just my little bonus message for you, I guess, because I don't think this is necessarily how people see you. I think they do see you definitely as the healer and somebody who comes across with a very healing energy. I think this is my pile of people who are Reiki practitioners or tarot readers, astrologers, therapists, any doctors, anything in the healing profession. This is my pile of those people. Hello. And this comes across in everything that you do, not just your professional life. It comes across in your relationships, in your friendships, with your animals, with just everything around you. People really pick up on this maternal or paternal energy that you have. You're a very comforting person, just overall. I think that you have a certain warmth to you that is a catalyst to people's spiritual growth. So even though meeting you might not always come across as a warm experience, I think you are a friendly person, but getting to know you, I think that you show people what it is that they need to see about themselves, their shadow side, and how receptive to that is gonna like vary from person to person. But I think that regardless, people see you as like a beacon of healing. And with this river card coming out here, I see you again, like the water symbolizes like emotions, healing, but I see you, pile 4, as learning how to go with the flow of the river, not being so resistant to the things going on in your life, and instead kind of surrendering to the possibility, surrendering to the universe, surrendering to abundance, understanding where your spiritual gifts meet their limits and where the universe says, I have something for you, but I need you to let go of control. Because I think that you are used to having control in a lot of situations, and not necessarily in a toxic way. I don't think it's in a toxic way, but in a way of you are used to knowing what's going on. And when you don't know what's going on, I think this creates a lot of impatience with you. I think it creates a lot of resistance energy. And the universe is telling you to just fucking relax, to just breathe and to just relax into the now. Accept where you are in this process, even if you don't like it. Practice some radical acceptance. Pile 4. Definitely not lecturing you because I relate. So next, for your goddess, we have compassion coming out. Again, we have a dragon, but still that like snake scaly like energy and of transformation. So I think that this is an encouragement from other people to have more self-compassion for yourself. I think that you are often more compassionate with those in your life than you are with yourself. I think you hold yourself to a very high standard, and you're not able to give yourself the grace that you would necessarily give other people. And I think that you're not first impressions people get of you, but like your long-term like friendships, relationships, family members, they really pick up on this just from like discussions you have. So they would encourage you, and I would encourage you, to be more self-compassionate this time. Practice what you preach. Next we have, this is tea, by the way. So we have 7th house relationship and we have 5th house passion. So I shuffled these a bunch of times. This card came out 3 times because I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why I felt so hesitant, but I was like, I don't know. So 3 times confirmation with the 7th house here and the 5th house, with the 5th house being of dating and fun and pleasure and stuff like that, and the 7th house being of relationships. A lot of people are interested in you right now, pile 4. A lot of people are attracted to your energy. They're physically attracted to you, but a lot of people, I feel, are going to be coming to knock down your door pretty soon. A lot of people are into the kind of vibe that you're putting off, and yeah, I see a lot of people coming your way in the near future here. I don't think everybody's gonna come forward. I think some of these are some secret crushes too. I could see a lot of your friends like having crushes on you, or like you're the stranger that people fall in love with at the airport in this scenario. But yeah, there's a lot of like love interest for you. I think you're looking really beautiful at the time you're watching this video. Manifesting like a lot of beauty for yourself, and it's showing in your energy how like light and free and passionate you are. And people are definitely picking up on that. Okay, so then for our Marvel Oracle, we have Deadpool. I'm just here for the snacks. So this to me reads as somebody who comes across to other people, you're cool. Like other people see you as somebody who's really cool, somebody who's like untouchable, and somebody who doesn't care. I don't care, but like in a cool way, right? Like you're somebody who comes across as like unbothered. That's a perfect word I'm looking for. You're somebody who comes across unbothered by other people's like weird issues. You might go home and like cry or you might like go in your car and play a dramatic song, but you don't let other people onto the fact that you care. So you always keep this like cool guy image up. So if some of you were worried about that, like if it's showing, this is your confirmation from spirit to let you know that your reputation is still very much intact, pile 4. Finally, we're gonna finish off the oracle with this one, and so far I'm just gonna take it as this. At this point, I've learned my lesson from the 3 piles. This is really a message from Spirit Oracle on some advice that you need right now. So we have the autumn equinox. Nothing is whole without the acceptance of it all. So I'm going to read from the book since it is a new deck, but I'm just seeing a lot of like shadow work happening for you right now, and a lot of like acknowledgement of like confronting shame within yourself and being able, have you guys heard the quote where it's like, don't kill the part of you that's cringe, kill the part that cringes? I think that's what you're learning right now. You're learning to accept and love all parts of yourself, and that's where the compassionate message of healing from like your loved ones is coming out too, like to be gentler on yourself, because what I think that is embarrassing to you about yourself, to everybody else is nothing at all, or just a natural part of being human. So anyway, autumn equinox. Keywords: temperance, balance, renewal. Your higher self chose this card because the autumn equinox is a wonderful time to consider where you might be experiencing imbalance in your life. Are there ways you're living to the extreme? Are there areas in your life that have been overlooked or perhaps forgotten about entirely? Typically, things such as spa days, time off, more rest, and more time spent with friends are the first things put on the back burner, but it can just easily be creative expression, having new experiences, cleaning your space, forgetting to pay a bill, or even being your best self at work. Don't attempt to force your way forward, because it may actually be the reason you're not receiving the results you're hoping for. Likewise, if you felt stagnant or are falling victim to extreme laziness, receiving this card is your sign to renew your motivation to prevent anything else from falling through the cracks. So this is the sign of balance. Get in tune with yourself. Do you have a good work-life balance right now? What does it look like? Are you all work, no play? Are you all play, no work? Whatever it is, this is your encouragement from spirit to not put a bunch of action into it necessarily, but ask yourself, be honest with yourself, journal about it, because there is a need for balance. Okay, so let's get some messages from the tarot to close out your reading. Anything else Spirit wants to tell us? We have the 8 of Wands. Looks like she's like belly sliding down a water slide, doesn't it? And I kind of feel like that's how life has been. Okay, we have the devil coming on as well. I think that's how life has been for you lately, pile 4. I feel like you have just felt like you were shirtless sliding down like a rocky hill. Like everything is painful, everything sucks. You feel like everything is super, super hard right now. Ooh, Magician coming out as well. So this is honestly like the perfect message for balance I'm seeing. So this to me is the experience that we were talking about, or experiences with your oracle, about what we're surrendering to, whatever lesson it is, whatever experience it is. This is what we're surrendering to. And then on both sides we have polar opposite energies. We have I'm sliding down a rock slide with no clothes on and everything is painful, everything hurts. And then on this side we have I am the creator of my own reality, everything is as I will it to be. So Spirit's asking you to make space for both of these things. Neither of these things are wrong feelings. No feeling is wrong. This one is more uncomfortable than this one, certainly, but Spirit's asking you, what way can we make space for this one to feel just as loved and accepted as this one? So I hope that was helpful, pile 4. That was really interesting. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave me a like, leave me a comment to let me know if it resonated. And if you like my vibe, please do stay and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you. But with that being said, I will see you later. Have a beautiful and blessed week. Bye.